Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday the 22nd of March today and it should hopefully be a very exciting day. Okay guys, so I am actually repping a new camera today. I've got the GoPro 11 rigged up at the moment. I hope I've got all the settings set right on it because I'm going to try and film a video today, and if it's not set up right then I'm going to waste my time. But anyway, be patient with me. So what's been going on? What's been going on, Henry? Well, I've been tinkering, been trying to pre-season the nitro, trying to get through a whole list of jobs on this, servicing it, along with a few other things. I could see the exhaust manifold gaskets were just starting to leak. You can see the soot bypassing there on those. So we've got the exhaust manifold off this at the moment, turbo, everything, that's all off there. I just started getting through some other stuff last night, putting a few, put some new hydraulic filters in. I've drained all the hydraulic oil, getting rid of all the hydraulic oil, putting fresh stuff in. It's going to get a valve set. It's just getting a full birthday because I don't know the history on this machine whatsoever. I don't know what the previous owner's maintenance sort of schedule has been like and whether he's kept it up. So for me, I'm just going to give it a big birthday right now and we'll know that it'll be all right for a while, get those jobs done. The exhaust manifold's out being faced at the moment. I was sort of hoping I'd see that back today, but I don't think I will. But I tell you what, Cummins are trying to give me a heart attack at the moment, and I'll show you why. So you are looking at about $550 right there, okay? So those clamps were about 200 bucks each. These were a bit over $150 each for two of those, little coolant elbows. And I don't really know what to say about that. That's just, to me, that's just criminal. That's just blatant price gouging. I don't know. I think I've been playing the game all wrong. I think I need to try and find a decent supplier of aftermarket Cummins parts. So if anybody in Australia knows someone who supplies a large range of parts for Cummins engines, I'd love to know, because I just can't tolerate that. I just think that that's just wrong. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. That's all I've got to say about it, really. But you know, people have been saying that, you know, the green stuff that we've had, you know, we've had a couple of things this year, mainly just the hydraulic pump on the 8310, but still waiting on a couple of bits for this, but it's like it's the off season, so I don't really care. But the price of the John Deere parts and the availability is absolutely nothing on these clowns here. I just cannot believe, between Nitro and Cummins, how hard it is to get parts and how expensive they are. You see that wiper blade up there? If I want to replace that wiper rubber, just the rubber, I've got to buy the whole thing and the holder, and it's $600 and something. I mean, come on, man, this is just getting ridiculous now. Anyway, that's my little rant for the morning. So yeah, look, I don't know how good the audio is turning out on this. I've got the GoPro Media mod on, so when the camera's not facing me, I don't know how well it's picking up my voice. But anyway, I guess we're going to find out. So sorry about making more mechanical videos for those of you who don't like it, but unfortunately, that's just what I got going on at the moment. We've got some filters and stuff to spin on here to get that done. We might try and get the valve set done. Just get as far as we can, and then something exciting is arriving, guys, probably around lunchtime. So you just hang in there with me. Sorry if all that came across a little bit negative there, guys. I don't really mean for it to come across like that. It's just, you know, I'm well aware that if you own the machinery, you've got to fix it. So, you know, that's just a reality. I'm well aware of that, but I'm just speaking my mind, letting you guys know what's going on. And I don't know, maybe if enough people talk about this sort of thing and there's enough publicity around it, maybe things might change. I don't know. But anyway, rightio, we got to do some work, so let's get on with it. if it's not one thing, it's another. Look what I managed to break up while I was climbing around up here. Anyway, what can you do? It's broken now. Alright guys, just ignore a bit of the mess around here, but have a look at this. Finally moving up in the world. Got a 205 with a drum pump in it for pumping oil. No more hand pumping engine oil in. Oh, it feels good. That one's just for engine oil. It would be good to set up another one for hydraulic oil, but those drum pumps are about $1,800, so maybe next good year we have. Well, there she is, guys, the new iron. Wowee. Sorry, I've got it half in the shade, half out, so you can't really enjoy the full view of it. There she is, 8370RT. It is on the narrow tracks, obviously, which we don't really love, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers in today's market. This is what was available on the used market, and yeah, we just snatched this thing up, basically. I'd like to space the tracks out to the end, put it on like 3-metre centres, I suppose, and there's a few things that I'd really like to get done to this, but the main priority really at the moment is to get the seeder controller in there so we can actually use it if we get a rain. And also, I'll show you guys. So she comes with the John Deere receiver and all that sort of thing, so we will be running Green Star this year, which I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully it's a good product and it works better than what I'm used to. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'll give you a bit of a story. Like, it was probably around May last year. It hadn't rained for like 5 or 6 months really here. The season was starting to get on. There was nothing on the forecast. It was so dry. And we were dry seeding. The 8310T was just at its limit. You know, it was really struggling. And I was like, we've really got to do something here. We've had a good run out of that tractor. We've had it for 20 odd years. It's probably time to get something with a bit more power. So I went for a drive and I looked at this one, and it's only done about 1,000 hours or 1,100 hours. And I thought, you know what? Stuff it. I will spend a crazy amount of money on another tractor with zero hope for the season in front of us at that time. So turns out it was worth a punt. Very happy that I did it. Looking forward to running this thing. I got a lot to learn. I said after we got the nitro last year and we had all those dramas with how the nitro was delivered to us, I was like, I'm not buying another bit of machinery for a long time. Well, that lasted about 2 months. So yeah, guys, there she is. The new beast, the new iron. I suppose we better have a look in the cab. He's got the dual monitors in here as well, which we've got now. Let's fire her up. He didn't even send it to us empty of fuel either. What a champion. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about any of this. I'm gonna have to do some serious reading. We have got this mount in here for like accessory or monitor mounting, which would be really handy. It's pretty heavy duty actually. Oh, honestly, I am not gonna know myself in this thing. Yep, that's a bit daunting, but we'll get our head around it. One thing I really like about this tractor is you can just put your foot on the brake and you can put it in gear, and then you just let your foot off the brake and it goes, rather than having to use the clutch. So yeah, it does have the E23 power shift transmission in this as well, so I probably prefer that over like an IVT or something for towing the air seeder, so I kind of like that. Overall guys, I don't know, I just can't believe that it's here. I can't believe that we've just spent that much on a tractor. Yeah, I don't know, it's pretty amazing. That's what good years, hard work, rainfall will do. It makes farming so much easier, and it allows you to push your business forward. It's going to be a big efficiency booster for us. Big. I mean, it even smells like a new tractor inside still. It's great. Well, that's enough of me waffling on about that tractor. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the valve set done on this, and then I'm sort of at a point where I can't do any more, and I want to be at that point there because, like I said, the 8370, that is absolute #1 priority. So I'm going to get that done, and then I've got to go over, I've got to pick up a whole heap of filters and stuff for it. It needs serviced, we've got to get the steering working, we've got to get the seeder controller in, all this stuff. So let's get this done, and then we'll move on from there. So for those of you wondering what I'm doing, I'm just adjusting the valve clearances. So I have to put a feeler gauge in there, in between that rocker arm and that valve bridge, and check the clearance between there and make sure it's right. And I'm glad that I did, because a few of them were quite a way out. The reason I'm doing it is this thing's done 2,500 hours, and I assume that it's never been done. So the way you do it, you get the engine to top dead center #1, and how you do that is by, you look at these valves, you'll see these rocker arms, and you'll see once they start rocking. So exhaust valve starts to close, inlet starts to open, that's when I'm on top dead center #1. You can do 1, 2, 4 inlet, 1, 3, 5 exhaust, and then you turn it over 360 degrees and do the other end. So yeah, that's just for anyone who's interested. But anyway, it's all done now. I'm going to get the cover back on and box it up, and this job's done. Alrighty, so I've put a new gasket on there. We'll slide him back in. Someone was asking me the other day what this is. It's brake cleaner. It's just a solvent. Evaporates very quickly. Leaves things clean and dry. So how do I know how to do all of that? Well, I'm a mechanic by trade, but I don't have a Cummins book or workshop manual or anything like that. It says on the rocker cover, on the sticker, the valve clearance specifications, and the rest is just in there. So if anything goes wrong with it, well, no one to blame but me. Good morning, guys. Well, yesterday afternoon I spent quite a bit of time sat down here reading the owner's manual, just looking over the machine, figuring out how we're going to wire in the seeder controller, thinking about hydraulic connections and things like that. And that brings me to what I'm doing right now, which is actually trying to make sure that I can get the air seeder plumbed into this thing okay. So the main concern is most of these hydraulic fittings, no problems at all. They're going to plug straight into the SCVs. But for the air seeder, this is our main drain line from the air seeder motor. So I wanted to make sure that fits, which just by a stroke of luck, the old owner uses the exact same fitting on there. So that looks like that's going to go on, no worries. The one that I'm going to have trouble with here is the case drain for the air seeder motor. That's got a funny, different style fitting on there. So I've actually got to go over and pick up a whole bunch of filters now for this so I can get it serviced and get all that done. And I was just speaking to the dealer, and they did say that they have that style of fitting in stock to go on the end of this. So it's going to be fairly easy, hopefully, which is just a shock. Normally these things are hard. But I'll take easy, that's good. So we're going to get that fitting off. We're going to go for a drive. I had a few people saying to me last time I was at the dealer, oh, show us what your dealer looks like. So guess what? We're going to do that today. I'll get some footage of it.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm taking a picture of you, Mummy.
Ah, okay. All right, let's go for a drive. Well, I guess this is kind of the front of the dealership, and usually over here there's a lot more machines, but just with the way the global climate is at the moment, there's literally nothing. They do have another holding yard down around the corner, which we'll go and have a look at in a minute, but this is the outside of it. And this is very close to the main street of Crystal Brook. It's literally just back there for the main street, so yeah, anyway, pretty unexciting. And that's the workshop. I don't know what's going on down here actually. I think they might be extending, possibly. I don't know, all that yard's been cleared out recently. This is the other holding yard where they hold a lot of the machinery. Looks like a nice big shiny X9 in there, beautiful. Look at that. Have a look at that flex draper on the X9. Holy smokes. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, I better get out of here, I suppose. Well, there you go, folks, by popular demand. A few people from overseas asking for a bit of a look at the local dealer, so hopefully you weren't all too underwhelmed. Definitely not like the big shiny dealers you see over in the US and that sort of thing, but they are a bit limited for space there. As I said, the main street of the town's only about 50 metres away. So anyway, I did manage to sneak the camera in there for a quick look. Hope you all enjoyed it. I am going to leave this video here now. Thank you very much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, because YouTube tells me that 60-something% of you are not, and I absolutely hate saying that. But anyway, thanks again, guys. That's all I got for you. Have a good one. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time. Now that's a hole.